So, my name is Ray Esmeralda, but everybody just calls me Ray. I'm the daughter of Judah and Phyllis. My parents are really high up in the Council of Storm Giants, okay? And then this council noticed some really weird things that were happening in every direction and converging on Waterdeep. So they decided to send out giants to investigate and report back. And I've always had this feeling that I needed to go down into this world, even though I'm not purple skinned, but my dad had said it was the call of a nom. So I advocated and I was chosen to investigate the storm that's happening over the Anorak Desert. But before I went down, my dad gave me this really cool hammer, and my mom gave me the shield, and all my ancestors used this hammer and the shield, and I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. So anyways, as I was heading down to the storm, this really old halfling, like older than you, with like 3 scars down his neck and crazy hair, and this dark reddish tiefling, they found me on this road. Of course, they instantly loved me and loved hearing me talk. Anyways, they said they were going to save the world and needed to learn more about the storm. And this lady Vadra, that the red tiefling, his name was Morthos, she talked to his mind they told him to find me, so I traveled with them, because I also needed to learn more about the storm too. Morthos didn't talk much, but the old halfling Killian, he was so cool and wise, and then I met my best friend, a Tabashi named Tabashi. He was very, very consistent in that. But his name was Ollie, and of course his tail, his name was Bart. And then there was this really weird elf dude that lost his memory, and then this crazy smart wizard named JB who made the best coffee ever. It like energized me. It was so cool. I was just able to run in circles. Anyways, then we had to help finish up this assignment for Ollie so we could graduate school, and then we had an amazing party. Best party for like 3 days long, and I played tag with all of Ollie's relatives, and I learned the Tabashi greeting, want to see, and she's just gonna grab Knick-Knack and head bash him. So cool, right? So of course Morthos was just like moping the whole 3 days of the party, talking about destiny and all this is vain, yada yada yada. He was such a like wet noodle. Well, anyways, then we headed to this town called Saloon, where we found an ice cream shop, and this cutest, smartest boy worked there. His name is Jack. Jack Lord. And then JB, okay, this is so important to the story. JB did the coolest thing ever. He turned my arms into tree arms.
Arms into trees.
They looked like actual trees, and I could wave them around, and they were just trees, and it was so amazing. So anyways, then we killed some things and got some really nice quality tables. Then we had to look for a captain in the woods, and his name was Tooth. What? Then Morthos, Killian, and JB got kidnapped. Morthos unkidnapped himself then really quickly, and then we found out that the Centaurum were trying to take over the town and unseat the Knife Knives, which is this local city gang. But it was actually a pretty good, weirdly good gang, and I don't know. So anyways, then they took me to meet another Lady Ray, and let me tell you, she was not a lady at all. That place kind of scarred me, but the half-elf Rubian seemed to really enjoy the place. Anyway, then we found a cave that there was a base for the Centaurum. Then we rescued everyone, killed some more things. Then the butterfly took me to meet my ancestor Deborah, who told me I needed to be more patient, which is really hard for me to work on, because obviously I'm not patient. And then we killed some more things, and then I got possessed, and let me tell you, getting possessed is not cool. Then we met Cosette and the Order of Lux, which actually apparently really turned out to be run by evil people, but Cosette was cool, although she's probably dead now. We were supposed to save her, but then all my teammates died, and I was sent here. Anyways, back to the story. Found out the storm was getting even worse, and ashes falling and making dead people come back to life. Then I got told another mission that I had to save this half-storm giant who rode a T-Rex! I know, right? Anyway, the dragon cult who's trying to resurrect the mother of all dragons, Tiamat, who's like 5 dragons in one and all these different colors. Anyway, this half-giant, Yanni, is being controlled by them, and I was supposed to save him, but then I got transported to this weird plane. Anyway, JB then played a joke on me that made my head blow up, but not really, of course. He was really good at illusions. And then somewhere we met this woman, her name was June, but then she died shortly after, and that was really sad because she like just joined our group. And then Ollie got a sword that was identical to his other sword, and it was pretty badly cursed, which is sad. JB got some magic glasses that zapped him a lot, and then we found Mariska.
Pretty much.
Then we kidnapped this rat guy who was part of the Centaurum, and we turned him good. Then I played some practical jokes on JB, and then we found out that Killian's the old halfling with the 3 scars. His whole team was getting round up and kidnapped because of some deep form of magic, which turned out to be Ao, which Killian said was the god of all gods, but that's silly, because of course a Nam is. Although then we found out Ao comes in many forms and might be the same as a Nam, but honestly, that part's still really confusing. with me, and I don't understand it. Then a butterfly took me to meet my ancestor Sammy, who was like super duper cool. Then I met Santa Claus, or as everyone on my team called him, Tom-10. Then we got threatened by a capital T, capital L, the lady, and if we didn't get her this dagger, which was like part of 3 things that she needed to control life and death, then Jack would be in danger. This dagger was in a tower where all the magic would go crazy. It was the Tower of Drong. After that tower, of course we saved Jack.
We're just a drunk.
But then we had to give up the dagger, and then I found out the craziest news ever, that the Stormsound set to investigate. Well, cloud giants are behind the whole thing.
Boo.
They're trying to change the hierarchy of giants, which is just disgusting, because storm giants deserve to be at the top. We're Nom's favorite. Well, we also found out that evil cloud giants are trying to find ancient relics from the Netheries to use against us. The Netheries, we found out, were one of the first humans to reign, and then power got to their brain, and they got more and more wicked and ended up killing themselves, although 4 of the floating cities survived. Anyway, then we were supposed to kill this hag for the capital T, capital L lady, so we could get more information about how to get through the storm, because it was impossible to actually get through it. But again, we didn't get to finish that either. Then I got this super cool cloak. She's gonna pull it over her head. Can you see me still? Then we found out the storm was growing and disrupting the Zent's trade route. Then we found out Everesca is in danger and the storm is over it, but it can't fall because it's the last pillar of hope. And that got my friend Killian really sad because he's from there. Then we went into Morthos' soul to kill this demon that he accidentally made a pact with. Then we killed a waster lift. Then the Candeemed attacked us because she's gonna look around. Never mind. Then my butterfly took me to meet Divad, and then we met Miku and Etten, who I crushed in a fight. Like, I pulverized him. But he was actually pretty cool, too. And then Mariska met Lowrul, who was super easy, but we didn't know that at the time. Mariska was just able to do some, like, cool things with her hair. Then we killed some more things, then we destroyed the Book of Ebon, then our friend Rubius died, and we found out, like, insane things about him. Then I met a cloud giant ancestor who, of course, I hated at first because cloud giants are the worst, and I didn't believe she was my actual ancestor, but it turns out she's actually not half bad. And then as we were making this our way to this tower for Miku to fight a dragon, the Hair Lord Wizard Loreel took over Mushka's body and started killing everyone. Then because Ollie, or Bart at that time, was cursed, he ended up killing everyone too. Then Moshi, he's another ancestor, told me to break the shaft of my hammer, and it brought me here to this plane of fire. And that's how I ended up here. And, oh, well, at least most of my friends are now in my hammer, because souls aren't, like, going into the afterlife, right? So there's only really 2 more important things that I didn't tell you about, but they're super duper secret, so can't tell you that yet.
I have secrets.
Okay, I need everyone to roll perception.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Thank
first,
you.
before we do that, well done, Molly.
Wow, that was great. I'm using it.
Well done, Molly.
I tried to write the most convoluted summary
beautiful.
that was still accurate.
It was gorgeous.
That was excellently in character. I love
That's
it.
everything
I
that's
love
ever
it.
happened.
That was great. That was well
I
done.
take
That
good
was-
notes, guys.
I like
promise you.
the
That was
idea
so
that
good.
she does turn into a purple.
Season-
That's like our
So
last
at
2
its
years
finest.
in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Woo, let's do season 1 now.
Unnatural 20.
Okay.
Same, unnatural 20.
Okay.
15.
15.
23.
23. Everyone who rolled 20 or higher. At the mention of Loreel,
Oh gosh.
Ray's shorn hair
Oh no!
on her left side begins to grow out.
Do I notice this?
You notice that as you come to a long,
Deep breath.
drawn, deep breath, they're all looking at you with various stages of shock,
Horror.
contemplation. Vexilus in particular is kind of has a very concerned look on his face. Hashin is just kind of like taking it all in, but they're not looking at your eyes or your face. Hashin in particular is looking at your hair, like the side of your head that you've cut off.
Did her hair
What about my hair?
grow?
What about it?
It definitely did.
She's gonna try to use like almost like a reflection of one of maybe Knick-Knack's artifacts. I don't know if anything's shiny on
Oh,
it.
yeah, I got
I
it.
assume you have something shiny or Knick-Knack. And she's gonna angrily cut it off. And anyways, Loreel is now just like super mean, and she's like almost like haunting me, and my hair keeps on growing, but it can't be like so long because I don't want to Like, can't honor her, so that's why I cut it. It used to be in really big, pretty pigtails, but don't want to honor her, but it still has to be pretty because that's what a nom calls me to. So she's just gonna kind of take her, I don't know, dagger or spear or whatever, and
Yep.
like
Herself.
shave it off real
Yep,
fast.
the side of the spear, she...
For real! Stop it! I will find you and I will end you!